Good evening.
Hey.
It's so bright in here.
It's so bright.
We've got new lights. We're
So you
trying to
can see
fancy
us
it up.
better. What's over there now?
Look. I can see.
Yay. We're
All right.
still getting used to this whole webinar thing. Like,
Trying
it's
to get that window out of
possible that after maybe, what, 7 or 8 times we'll have it down?
We'll probably have it down.
What is this, our third time?
This is our third.
Our third time.
First time was success. Second time, not so much.
We had no volume.
Third time is a charm.
I hope
And
we have
yeah.
volume. Do we have volume?
Good question. I'm not sure for sure if we can
you
test
check
it over
that?
here. I can try
Test
to
that?
test it.
We
have
do.
volume.
Whoa, what? We've got volume.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
So we're here tonight to talk about body redesign and introduce ourselves, introduce the program, and tell you how you can get signed up and join us on a journey for a healthy lifestyle. And so my name is Ra, and this is my best friend and business partner, Lisa. And I am a fitness competitor, a fitness model, a fitness junkie, a yoga instructor.
You're such a junkie.
Such a junkie. In a positive way.
In a good way.
We're like, yeah, we're giving junkie a good name.
Yeah.
And I have found my way into a healthy lifestyle that's sustainable and totally possible for anyone. And I'll let Lisa introduce herself.
I would say, like, junkie is hard for me because fitness and nutrition came hard for me, right? I have not always been this like gung-ho, like, yay, I love working out, yay, I love eating healthy. As a matter of fact, I like big fan of the fast food, big fan of the junk food. But when I was 19, I started kickboxing, and for the first few years of my kickboxing life, I just kind of kept eating the same and tried to train and fight, and realized very quickly that I was not going to be able to train and compete at the level that I wanted to while eating junk food. And so I started diving into nutrition and learning about what it looks like to fuel, specifically in the beginning, to fuel my body for performance and athletic competition. And while I was doing that, I was like, my body leaned out and I was fit and I felt good. And I started compiling sort of all these guidelines around like how I ate for my best, like my best energy, my best life, and developed Body Redesign. And it's a beautiful program. It does focus primarily on nutrition over fitness, which is very complimentary to my heart because I'm not a huge fan of just killing it, working out 90 minutes every day. So we spend a lot of time focusing on nutrition. And then in the program, we do a little bit with fitness, but we talk about high intensity interval training and how high intensity interval training can actually impact your body for the better. You spend less time pounding your body, less time maybe being miserable working out, and more time focusing on your nutrition for the best results.
Less time, less money in the gym, gym membership, going to the gym, driving to the gym and back. These are workouts that you can do anywhere, anytime, yes. Whether you're traveling or whether you're home. But that's the premise, is to really get nutrition right. And I have learned that over the past, I would say 5 to 6 years that I've really shifted my diet. I am a foodie by heart, and I will have foodie related meals. And that's the beauty of this program, is that we do allow you to indulge and celebrate and have fun. It is not 100% clean eating, wanting to like off yourself, etc.
Forget, like, if you're, I love cheese. I got to be able to eat cheese for one.
That's your thing?
Well, I do. I like cheese is, yeah, I can't go no. I can't go no.
Like, I'm a bacon girl, or like a
like a
full-on fatty meat girl.
Salami.
So
a charcuterie plate. That's all about. So we definitely have fun with the food plan. And tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to take you through a little bit of what Body Redesign looks like, what you can expect from the program, what you can expect as far as results are concerned, because definitely if you're here, you want to feel better in your body, you want to rock your body, and you want to be able to, you know, not spend a lot of time doing it, frankly, right? Like, you don't want to have to spend hours at the gym. You don't have to like figure out your calorie balances and your micronutrients and all of that. And Body Redesign is perfect for that. It's a seriously simple approach to fat loss, to really feeling good in your body.
Yeah, so we're going to cover the very basics of our program, and we have now 4 offerings for Body Redesign. One which is a free offering.
Yes, and that's available to you if you haven't grabbed it already.
Yep, exactly. Yep. Sign up for that right away. The second is our Jumpstarts Plus workouts, and so that gives you access to really recipes, our guidelines for fat loss success, our write-up on 80-20, and we'll talk about that briefly. And then we have a 3rd level program, which is our 360-degree program, and it's really like a 5-week foolproof, here's exactly what you do and here's what you eat and when guide.
If you need high accountability, it's perfect.
Yeah. So if you're just like getting started and you just need to like shift completely over and you want us to walk you through the path, the 360-degree program is your program. And then for both of those programs, you get access to us through our private Facebook community. So we provide you online coaching support, and there is some awesome discussions going on there and some really great success stories. Like people have been
the successes people have
shedding pounds, people are noticing, they're feeling great, their energy levels are high. Those are all of the beautiful things that come with like eating right and moving your body. And that's what we're all about. And then our last level, which is really working with us on executive coaching and us helping you be an ambassador really for redesigning your body and like maintaining a healthy lifestyle, walking the walk, walking the talk, and being able to help others lose and or maintain the body of their dreams. We have that now available. And so we're taking applications for that so that we can work with people really one-on-one and as a smaller knit community to share out the love and to help other people.
Here's what's exciting to me about the executive coaching program. Like, what's going to happen is you're on Body Redesign, you're eating this way, you're feeling better, you're more excited, you have more energy. And ultimately, people are going to be like, what's up, man? You look good. You look amazing. And I can see the difference. You feel the difference. You're talking about the difference. You're excited about it. And so you're going to be sharing. Now, if you're sharing something, why not like benefit from that sharing? Why not, receive why not receive a kickback when you're sharing from your heart about something that has really changed your life? I mean, that's just bonus on top of that. And that's, a little bit of what the executive coaching program is for sure. So let's dive right into the content though, because more than anything, we just want to give you some materials tonight that you can take with you. And whether or not you end up, being a part of Body Redesign with us, we want you to succeed in loving your body. We want you to succeed in feeling great and amazing. And we know 100% guaranteed that Body Redesign and this lifestyle program is possible. It's possible for you to have that. So let's start with, I think I just spit a little.
That's okay. Sorry. It happens. I love you regardless.
Maybe like spray out of my mouth, right?
It was so refreshing.
You're like, that was beautiful. Thank you.
And we're total goofballs. So this is not like super serious stuff. It's just super and
we have so much
simple.
Fun. Yeah, simple and fun
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've only got one life. Let's live it up.
So rule number 1. Speaking of goofball, like, I don't know
we have to have them all memorized now.
Who's doing rule number 1?
I will.
Okay, you do it.
So
and it's guideline/rules.
Yeah, we're not necessarily
rules, but they are guidelines.
People. We're kind of rebels.
Yeah.
And so not that we agree with rules, but sometimes rules are nice for people to, kind of give you basically the guardrails to being successful. And so our first guideline is to eat protein and vegetables.
Yes.
Eat it until your heart's content. Fill up on those nutrient-rich foods, and that is the basis for your diet. So you can get creative with ground turkey. Legumes even have protein, as well as, good beef.
Yeah.
Eggs and or egg whites. All of those are good options for lean protein, as well as complement it with vegetables. And we love leafy greens. And now is the season to be living it up. Zucchini, green beans, broccoli, spinach are my faves and my standbys. I have them in my fridge at all times. So really feed up on those and fill your systems with those.
And there's really no vegetable that is sort of off limits. I mean, we'll talk a little bit about, like, in the next, we'll talk a little bit about potatoes. You want to be careful about potatoes. They're still not off limits, but literally, like, the green vegetables, just go to town. And protein, what about bacon? Can you do bacon?
That's a really good question. So I don't eat a ton of bacon. I would consider bacon to be a food in the 20% of my diet. So that's something that I would probably go to on a day where I know I can be a little loose with the guidelines. And that's guideline number 5. The last one is to celebrate and have fun.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not lean. Your muscles are made of proteins. And so the proteins that you put into your system is really what's going to fuel your muscles to build, to maintain, and to basically burn fat. That's the beauty of muscles. And so bacon is not necessarily in support of all of those goals. However, it's amazing.
And you should eat bacon. And I use it sparingly. Yeah. So, like, I will do a little crumbled bacon on a salad, or, I'm just not gonna like chow down on 10 pieces of bacon. But
just know that's a part of kind of your overall fat regimen, maybe for the day. Yeah. And so if you end up having bacon, maybe you pull some of your other fats that you love to have, like cashews or almonds, and try to kind of even it up.
Perfect.
Rule number 2.
Eat carbs sparingly. That's it, right?
It is. And it's so hard. Our diets in the US are so carb rich. Remember when we were traveling to Croatia and they were like, hey, want some bread? Want some bread with your bread? Would you like bread on top of your bread? Bread is everywhere. And it's hard.
Amazing with a lunch item where you could have someone that they've got a sandwich, right? And then they offer you chips or fries on top of it. Yeah, so you got like the bread on the sandwich, and then you got the fries or the chips, which are also more carbs. And not to mention, pasta, which always comes with bread and butter, right? They would like bring bread and butter to the table. We are overloaded on carbs. So this second rule, like eat carbs sparingly, is really about eating the right kind of carbohydrates and eating them, I'm just going to repeat, sparingly. And sparingly is really a lot less than you think it is, right? I mean, it's just not that much. Generally, for me, I will do, for carbs, you do oatmeal, don't you?
I do.
I'm not a big oatmeal fan, but I'll do sometimes like a no sugar granola, and I'll put it on top of some Greek yogurt, but I do just like a little small amount, right? Sweet potatoes are great for carbs. I don't generally do white potatoes. Again, you can, but you like a big fat potato, even a big fat sweet potato, just half, a little bit, a quarter cup, a half cup. What are other, like bread I just kind of leave out. We'll get to the 5th rule, and that's where you get the kind of this free day where you get to do as you wish on that day. So during the week, I just don't do carbs. Last night I was at my sister's. There was a birthday party for Sydney, and they did burgers, brats, chicken, and I took some slices of chicken I took a little bit of garlic mayo, homemade. My sister made
Ooh.
homemade garlic mayo. It was delish. And put a little bit in a lettuce leaf and put the chicken in it.
Beautiful.
And then I put some grilled onions on top and then some grilled zucchini, and I rolled it up in the lettuce leaf. And then I had like 4 of those. It was really great. So here, like the option, even at this cookout, is burgers and brats, and it's bread. And I just
call them barbecues.
What did I call it? A cookout?
Cookout works.
I called it a cookout.
There's always a vegetable option.
Right.
I was at a restaurant once, ordered a burger without a bun. They brought it in a lettuce leaf. You never know what you might find if you just ask the waiter for some support.
So eating carbs sparingly on our program, we do kind of list out like carbs that are, like fruit. Fruit is another example. So fruit is a carb. And so you're just not like dining on fruit all the time. You're being very mindful and maybe eating a piece of fruit a day. You're eating, a little bit of a little oatmeal, a little bit. And it was like bread is not necessarily off limits, but it's a dangerous path. Because I would say if you're going to do a carb at a lunch, like 1 slice of bread.
Yeah, I do open-faced all the time.
Doesn't make a sandwich, right? And do you really want it then? Like maybe you want to save it for something else.
Yeah. Right.
So what is there anything more to say on that one?
Not necessarily about carbs, but that's kind of where in our guidelines we talk a little bit about the beauty and the healthfulness of good fats and having those in your diet and the dairy thing, right? So some of us, especially in the Midwest, are very accustomed to having dairy in our life. When I pulled that out of my diet as a fitness competitor, I actually saw my complexion improve. There were a lot of benefits that I feel like even just my kind of gastrointestinal system kind of cleared up after we literally had cheese in our fridge at all time. And that's what we would like snack on in between meals. And so pulling that out was a huge shift in my life, but I feel like it helped a lot of different things. So we talk about kind of the sparingly under that umbrella is dairy. Too much for all the sugars. It's just all sugar.
So do you not eat cheese then?
Every once in a while, yeah.
Okay.
So that's like part of my 20.
For me, like there are specifications around like milk for me is a really high sugar, whereas like a hard cheese, like a Parmesan cheese, you've got less sugar, or like a Greek yogurt, right? So these are considered carbs, but they're maybe they don't have it at the high sugar count, right? I eliminated completely milk from my diet, and I'm an almond milk girl, so I'll do almond milk in my coffee, or I do cream too. I'll do a little bit of cream.
Yeah, and heavier cream
higher fat is better. Lower sugar.
But it all kind of fits into that overall equation. So it's just like being mindful about what you're putting into things. And I would say like skim milk, that's what we used to ingest a lot. And it's so sugar rich.
Right.
I mean, it's basically sugar water.
And you're drinking your calories, which is just, it's always just dangerous to drink your calories, because down in 5 minutes, the calories go in, you don't feel full. So we've got eat protein and vegetables and eat carbs sparingly. So far, really simple. I was like, in our program, we go into more detail with all of these, of course. But what is rule number 3? Which honestly is just, to me, maybe.
You should probably talk about rule number 3, because that's,
number 1.
I think, your favorite.
Oh, you think it's my favorite?
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe number 4 is. Number 3.
I like all of the rules. They're all good. No, rule number 3 is keep meal planning simple. And for me personally, my whole life changed when I figured out what my food protocol was. And I have people tell me all the time that I work with, I don't have time. I don't have time to food prep. I don't have time to, cook. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for that. And I say like, well, do you have time to just be miserable and unhappy in your body? And you don't have time. How much time do you spend watching Scandal?
I was going to say, if you really almost journal what you do with your time, you might find some interesting things.
Because what's gonna happen with Keep Meal Planning Simple is with our program, you're gonna take one day and you're gonna prep your food out for the week, and you don't have to prep out a ton of stuff. For me, even it's just it's kind of planning the kinds of things that I want to eat, and then making sure that I go to the grocery store and buying the groceries that will support those kinds of things. Now, that is one level, and I do that, and it helps. But the next level, like taking it a level up for me, is always figuring out and actually prepping out those foods so that they're ready to go. Because if I have a week where I'm not that busy and I've got a lot of time, I love to like hang out for an hour at 11 a.m. in the kitchen and
get
cook
creative.
up a little lunch.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a busy week and I've got a lot of appointments and clients, I don't have time to do that. What I need to do is be able to reach into the fridge and grab out the dish that I made, that I planned on Sunday and I'd made enough of for the week. And I'll make, the egg cups are huge for me in the morning. This is one of the things that we've got in our Body Redesign. We've got a few different recipes for egg cups that are great for morning, really easy to reheat, really easy to take on the go and eat on the go. We also recommend doing a vegetable dish, a protein dish, salad. This is the best part about the salad recipes in our program is they're made up with more vegetables and less salad mix. So they'll keep all week. They're like slaws and salads with like green beans and jicama, and everything is super creative and super delicious. And you make it at the beginning of the week and you have it for the week, and you are so supported, and you're not going to walk home. You're not going to come home, open up the fridge and be like, there's nothing here. Or even, look, I've got kale, I've got tomatoes, I've got sweet potatoes. I don't feel like doing any of this, so I'm just going to grab that bag of chips that are in the pantry. Meal planning is essential to your success, And whether if you're not a huge cook, you don't have to be, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. But what we ask is basically that you spend a couple hours once a week prepping up your plan for the week, even if it's writing out, this is what I'm going to eat every day. And then following through on that, because that's what's going to lead to your success for sure.
Sunday, the football game is on.
Who wants to watch that?
You can listen.
And you can watch Scandal while cooking.
Yeah, that's true.
You should like put your laptop on the kitchen counter and watch Scandal while you're chopping vegetables and stuff. Listen, I don't have time to feel like crap. That's how I feel. I don't have time to feel like crap in my body. And so because for that reason, I plan and I prep my meals, and it takes me a couple hours. And literally once you get in the habit and the pattern of doing it, it's just a thing. And it's so easy. When people say, oh, it's so hard. Oh, it's so much work.
It is hard the first couple times, but yeah. Then
it takes some time, but the results and the benefits and how you feel, it's so worth it. So you're going to take 2 hours at the beginning of your week to have a whole week of feeling amazing, to have a whole week of being able to follow through with your food and not have that experience of like, oh, I said I was going to do this plan and then I didn't do it and I fell through because I didn't have food in my fridge.
Yeah, and it's an investment. And imagine how much more productive you are when you have the right fuel for your body. So another thing that we do talk about in Body Redesign, I'm an advocate of isogenics. I've been doing those products for 4 to 5 years. That has really cut down my food prep time because they're meals on the go and they're very rich in protein and the minerals and nutrients that you would get from leafy green vegetables. And so it's super easy. And for me in a corporate career, I'm hopping from meeting to meeting. I don't necessarily have maybe time to put actual food into my system. But if I can put something and mix it with water and drink it during a meeting and get the same nutrients, minerals, vitamins from a shake versus a meal, that works for me. And so we do talk about the benefits of having isogenics and the cut and time that can have maybe in the food prep time as well.
I had a killer workout today.
Awesome.
And afterwards I did the vanilla Isopro Ionic Supreme, and then I did the orange Replenish drink.
Yeah, it was so good, right?
Kind of like an orange creamy vanilla-y drink, and it was great.
And for me, I love food, but sometimes I love just the feeling of drinking something that has nutrients in it. It's something to try, and so we have that available too.
We'll go to rule number 4 then.
Rule number 4 is probably your favorite. I got them mixed up. But guideline number 4 is to keep workouts short and simple and sweet. And if you've ever worked out with this girl, I am a testimonial that I work out all the time. But when I did a workout with you, I was breathless. I was literally like over my knees, like breathing crazy heavy. I didn't know if I could go anymore, but we
That's
pushed
how
through
it is. Yeah.
It was 10 minutes long.
10 minutes, baby. Boom, and done.
Anybody can do anything in 10 minutes, 3 times a week. It's an investment of 30 minutes a week so that you can invest more time in the kitchen, getting your nutrition right. And that's probably the biggest shift that we see for people. Can you do more workouts than that if you're effective in the kitchen and you're effective with your nutrition? Certainly, by all means, if you love an hour long or an hour and a half long yoga class, go for it. But our system is to really spend more time in the kitchen and less time in the gym, but have those workouts be short, sweet, effective.
You do the short workouts, and those are your workouts. And that's your workout. Now, if you love moving your body, so this is great. Like I went for I don't rollerblade, like I roller dance, right? Like I got my tunes in.
Beats.
Like my goal when I'm out on my rollerblades is just joy. Like just skate and listen to music and be so grateful for being in this beautiful world, so and beautiful. It's gorgeous out. It's not, my focus is not like burn calories, work out, like tone my body. When I do that short, I do that fast, I do that like it's painful, it hurts, but it's over in 10 minutes. And I love it because people are always like, 10-minute workouts, really? And then everybody does the workouts and they're like, oh my God, I was so sore. Yeah. Oh my God, it was so hard. So like, it really is. It's like this high intensity interval, 10 minutes, you just boom. The benefit for this too is that it actually just raises, when you do these workouts 3 times a week, the 10-minute ones, they just like pull your heart rate through your aerobic threshold. You're in an anaerobic state. And what happens is you burn calories and fat for longer after the workout is over. So you could go for like a nice, easy 45-minute run, and you will not get the total calorie burn that you would from a 10-minute high-intensity training session, one of ours. It only takes 10 minutes, but the total calorie burn throughout the day is higher because your metabolism burns higher throughout the day after you're finished with it. So it has like a greater effect. It also stimulates human growth hormone, which helps your like skin look younger and helps your
that's why we look so young.
Skin bounciness. What's that called? Your elasticity. So keep workout short and simple. Let's recap. And have we had any questions come in?
No.
Okay. So if you have a question, go ahead and
you can scroll down.
Scroll down and leave it in the chat box because we'd love to answer any questions that you have. Since we don't have any, I'm just going to do a quick recap. Eat protein and vegetables.
So your heart's content.
Yep. Eat carbs sparingly. I'd also like you to notice that it's not don't. Like we don't have this program, this lifestyle program. It's not this protocol. Like I can't eat that. Don't eat that. Don't do that. Don't have that. It's do. Do eat protein and vegetables. Mm-hmm. Do eat carbs sparingly. Do keep do your planning. Do keep your meal planning simple. Do keep your workout short and simple. So it's really like we want to come from this positive space of like shifting our mentality, shifting how we look at fitness and how we look at nutrition.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Abundance.
So there's no lack in this program at all.
And then the
fifth rule. Yes.
Is to celebrate.
Yeah.
And so to have that one day where you loosen the rules a little bit, you go out for brunch and you maybe spend some time with your girlfriends, being a foodie. So again, I mentioned that I love like delectable foods. And so it's somewhat difficult to eat those when you're trying to eat clean. And so we focus again on the 80-20 principle. So if you are really like on point for 6 days a week, have that 7th day be the day that you relax a little bit and you have some fun and you celebrate your hard work and your discipline. And we feel like that is the key to,
Yes.
you know, a healthy lifestyle. Making this a lifestyle. It's not a restrictive diet by any means. It's a way of life. And so you have to have those moments where you can just have some fun.
It's great psychologically to have one day a week where you can eat whatever you want within reason.
Yeah.
It's also good for your physiological system, because when you are eating clean 6 days a week, then that seventh day, you're kind of, there's a little bit of a refeeding of your body that happens. Your body's like, oh wait, yeah, we get to eat this stuff too. We don't need to like
Starvation mode.
pull back on the metabolism or slow everything down because we're not getting all the things that we want, right? So it has both a physical and a mental aspect to take a free day. I want to, like, there are other programs out there that also are proponents of taking one day off a week, and they're frequently called a cheat day, and we don't call it a cheat day. We call it a free day, because it's a free day. You're not cheating. You're not doing anything wrong or bad. You're taking one day, which is your 20%, and enjoying foods that you don't eat all the time.
Yeah.
And guess what? They taste better when you don't eat them all the time. I mean, I'm a testament to that. Like, and I drank a lot of beer this summer, and now I'm training again, so like not drinking as much beer, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I like have a beer once a week, or like
Totally.
when I crack that open and I have it, it just is like, wow, it tastes so much better.
Yeah, it brings more like awareness and just kind of enjoyment to the moment.
Ice cream too.
Enjoying it rather than just like mindlessly throwing it back.
Ice cream too. I'm the same with ice cream. Like, once a week I have the ice cream.
Do you remember when we were in Europe and we were passing by all
and we just never got it.
Delectable gelato stands.
There is
we'll get it later, and then we just went in.
I love that delayed gratification.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do enough of delayed gratification. So much of it is like, I want that now, I'm going to have that now.
Yeah, for sure.
Instead of like, hey, I want that now, and it's not my free day, so I'm going to have that later. And I'm going to write a little note on my fridge that says, oh, make sure to go to Sebastian Joe's on Saturday, because Saturday's my free day. And then maybe later, like you're at a cocktail party and someone's like, here, have this, fried whatever. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to have that later.
Mm-hmm.
So, also that bringing that aspect to it, like, I can't have that. No, I'm just going to have it later. Yeah. I'm not interested right now. I'm going to have it later.
Like, I feel like we did that without even really thinking about it.
I know, this attitude that you bring to it is a huge part of body redesign too. It's not just about what you eat and how you move your body. It's also about how you think and feel about what you eat and how you move your body.
Mindset is so important. When you start to feel like you have control over your urges and your temptations, and the way you talk about how you're feeding and fueling your body as a temple, it makes such a difference to you and the people around you. I mean, we can affect so much change just in the way that we talk about what we're eating and what we're doing, because we love ourselves and we want to feed ourselves the right things. Yeah. So yes, that's a very good point.
So that's it. Those are 5 rules, baby.
That's body redesign in a box. In a box of 35 minutes of us chatting. I have still not seen any questions on here, but we can always get to questions. You can always chat with us as we provide the webinar via our website or.
Yep, and you can connect with us at support@bodyredignonline.com. That is our contact information if you have any questions. Let's just do a little offer.
All right.
I think since we don't have any questions coming in, we've gone through the rules, which are, again, like when you sign up for the program, you have access to the free Jumpstart. The free Jumpstart includes the guidelines, which we just went through, and 5 of our favorite recipes that are delicious and amazing and easy to make. So definitely that's nothing. Just get on board with that. And then we've got a few different levels of programs that offer varying levels of support, but all offer a deep dive into our guidelines, including a deep dive into what 80-20 lifestyle is, how you can also modify the 80-20 lifestyle, not as a 6-1, but more as a daily 80-20. It's a little more challenging to do it that way, but we talk about that in the program. We give you a guideline to eating out and traveling. We give you our suggested foods list. We give you our workouts, and I mean, it's just so much goodness. Right?
It is, and then access to us, so you can hang out and
really fun too.
Chat with us any day, all day long if you'd like.
My favorite really is since we launched this, my favorite has just been the people that have had results. I just every time somebody posts about how great they're feeling.
People are noticing, I'm feeling so much better. My husband and I are so healthy.
And how their bodies have transformed. She's like, what? Yes. I'm like, I knew it worked, but.
That's the best thing. I mean, that's what we're thriving on. That's why we do this, right?
Yeah,
it is to help other people feel better. It's really not that hard. It doesn't have to be these killer diets.
It's not easy, but it's simple, and it does take some dedication and commitment, and that's why we're here too, is to really be a backbone for you as you get started on the journey, that we can support you and we can kind of rah-rah you along. Rah-rah.
Yeah, perfect.
Rah-Lisa you around. Rah-Lisa you along. That didn't hit.
So the code that you can use by going to bodyredignonline.com, going to join, under one of the tabs on our website, is BRD, all capitalized, webinar, all lowercase. And that will save you $9.99
on any program you decide
any
to
of the
purchase.
programs.
Yeah.
And so right now too, the executive coaching program has launched, and so again, we are taking applicants, and we hope to build a very strong team of ambassadors for Body Redesign, and really help others, help provide more people access to us, to the program, and to feeling better and being happier. So I think we'll close it out.
Yeah.
And again, feel free to ask us questions, contact us, and we will see you shortly. I'm sure we'll do these again soon.
Yes. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.